Hi, this is Ramesh Batavia. Welcome to my show. Straight from my heart is based on my own experience of life in its various moods and colors. Do click on the like and subscribe buttons. Help us keep in touch with you. Straight from my heart is powered by the Inner Circle, which is a self help organization, and its members have sponsored each one of the episodes. Right, folks, let's start. Hello there. Today's topic is making the small man feel big. Now, when I say the small man, I'm not talking about his height, nor am I talking about his girth. I'm talking about a person who's less fortunate in life. Let me give you some examples from my own life. I'm talking a few years back. My first house was being constructed, and as is usual with all such events, the actuals went far ahead of the estimates, and I ended up borrowing money left, right, and center. The 2nd of August, my birthday, was also the Grah Pravesh of my house. And we were all set. I had invited 300 guests, and all of them were due to come. And on the 1st of August in the morning, the electricity board people informed me that we're sorry, we can't give you power tomorrow because there's some arrears of some kind of, I don't even know still now what exactly that was all, but you need to pay us 2,400 rupees for us to restore the power. And at that moment, my dear friends, at that moment, I completely broke down. I was at my wit's end because I had no money in my pocket. I had no money in the bank. I had borrowed to the hilt. And there was no way in which I could raise 2,400 rupees. I had a contractor called Anand. Now, Anand was, just an average guy who's sweet guy, very sincere guy, but yes, he used to get scolding from me practically every day about the mistakes that he made. Uh, well, there I was completely sobbing in one corner of the newly constructed house, wondering where I would manufacture 2,400 rupees, and I felt a hand on my shoulder. I looked up, and there was Anand. And Anand said, "Sir, a friend of mine gave me back 10,000 rupees that I had given him some time back. I don't need this money right now. If I have it, I will spend it. I will need this money only 6 months from now. Can I keep this money with you and you can give it back to me in 6 months?" Ladies and gentlemen, the Grah Pravesham was a huge success thanks to Anand. Now, there were quite a few other incidents, but let me see if I can take another one from my own life. And there was this training program that I did in Trichy quite a few years back. And that particular program, I spent, I think, for about 4 or 5 days in Trichy. Now, I'm a vegetarian, and you can imagine what I was feeling. At the end of 5 years in Kerala, 5 days in Kerala, eating absolute Malayali food. Not that I hate it, but 5 days was quite a bit. Well, I was told that there was this restaurant called Bharat Restaurant, and that would serve authentic South Indian snacks. So my team members and I, we decided that we would go and have ourselves a hearty meal. Little did I know that this small restaurant was so famous. You know what? I could see in a restaurant that could barely house about 50, 60 people, more than 200 people crowded around. So, what was the whole scenario? There would be 4 people sitting at a table. Behind them, there would be 4 people waiting to sit on that particular chair as soon as it is vacated. And in this case, there was one more round. That meant that me sitting on a table, another person behind me, and another person behind him too. Utter chaos. Okay? And the food, my host assured me, was worth everything. First of all, we got a table after 40 long minutes. And yes, we also stood behind people to get our place. So what happened? There was this waiter, harried looking man, absolutely hassled because everybody seemed to be screaming at him. And I don't know Malayalam, but they all seemed to be complaining about something or the other. Now, when he came to my table, he looked at us, and most Malayalis speak Hindi pretty well, and he said, "Kya chahiye aapko?" No. I looked at him and I said, "Thak gaye hain kya? Are you really tired?" He looked at me and said, "Ha, I am really tired." So I said, "Look, is there any way in which we can help you? We are not in a hurry. We love the food that you give. You give us whatever you feel like giving, but please understand we are not going to hurry you." He looked at me, he smiled, and he went away. Believe me, ladies and gentlemen, this is the best kind of a snack I had. All I did was say a kind word to somebody who was less fortunate in life. So many of them. Shankar was a vegetable seller. In those days, I was a bachelor and I loved to cook. So, when I would go down to pick up the vegetables, he would bring them in a small cart. And there were a lot of these housewives around me haggling for 50 paise less and 1 rupee less per kilo. And I would look at Shankar. I would wait till all the ladies finished their shopping, and I would look at Shankar and say, "Boss, you give me this. I don't want to bargain about the prices. You give me whatever you feel like giving, and give me the best." Now, why did I do that? If I had to go to a supermarket to buy vegetables, I'd buy the same vegetables. But was I allowed to haggle? Was I allowed to negotiate? At the supermarket? No, not at all. I just had to pay whatever they wanted me to pay. Why would I be different with Shankar in that case? Just because he's less fortunate? I didn't see the reason. I didn't see the logic. So I would simply say, "Shankar, what are you giving me today?" And he would very smilingly give me a whole bag and say, "Sir, this is for you." I discovered later on that the vegetables I got were of prime quality, the best that he could pick and choose. And he had chosen them for me well in advance so that none of the other housewives would say, "Why did that guy get this and why did I not get this?" I just had one thing to say: I don't want to bargain prices. How many of us do this? How many of us go on to the footpaths and haggle and haggle and haggle and haggle for prices? Even if the guy is paying a little more, why not pay it to him? Why not? What difference does it make to you and to me if we were to pay 5 rupees, 10 rupees, or a little bit more? Hardly any. But look at the change it could bring in a less fortunate man. 3 very valuable lessons I learned. Now, wherever I have traveled anywhere in the world, all I do, ladies and gentlemen, is when I go to the airline desk, I have a sincere smile. And I do spend a couple of minutes conversing with the clerk there. Believe me, I get the seat that I want without any hassle whatsoever. During the flight, the stewardess, well, just a smile and just a small little compliment. And whatever I get, whatever I want, I get. In a hotel, the receptionist invariably, if he can or if she can, upgrades me. All because I've spoken a few kind words. Are they that difficult? Do they cost us a lot of money? Do we really have to make a huge effort to remember all these things? No, no. Please please understand that somewhere all of us were created equal. And due to some unfortunate circumstance, a gentleman has more, another gentleman has less. But that man who has got less is not less of a human being, is not less of a man with his ambitions, is not less of a man with his own hurts, his own dreams, and his own way of life. If I can lend a hand simply by smiling or saying a few kind words, what am I losing anyway? Why don't we start practicing this? Very often I stop at a traffic signal and I see a car next to me. I don't even know who it is. I don't even know where the car is from. And I gesture to the owner to pull down his glass. And when the glass is pulled down, I simply smile at him and say, "What a beautiful car," and I drive away. Did it make any difference to me? It didn't. It brought a smile to my face, all right, but I made that person's day. Small little things, ladies and gentlemen, they make life worth living. Practice this until the next time when we meet, and I'll have another message for you from my own lifetime. Till then, straight from my heart, bye.